Welcome to the beautiful and big realm of Emperor Bragi IV of Venetia, the young emperor that we're playing now. He has just become emperor. We'll have a look at who he is, what the circumstances of his reign are, and what his plans for the future are, what his relations are. He wants to kill someone. He has a seduction focus. Has anything come of that? He wants to acquire a title. Well, I think he has a title now. So we want to pick another ambition, most probably. And we want to learn about him a little better and to see what makes him tick. He also has not one, but two wars up against him. One of them, a peasant revolt here. Our retinues are already marching. Alleviate the situation, and then we have a war against Finland. Look, there's a small Finnish army here, but nowhere else. We're taking back Hatuna here, and they're taking back their capital. Was that the capital? Well, they're taking back Åland. So we want to win these wars, and we now certainly have the means to do that. We are the Emperor of Venetia. We have tons of armies ready to throw at the Finnish ones. So already we have a geopolitical situation here. By the way, this is Immanuel Khan, and we're playing Lords of the Fjords, a Germanic pagan playthrough of Crusader Kings 2, where we look for the personality of our emperors, kings, dukes, and try to play them as they would be acting personally, not sometimes against something like the optimal gameplay pattern. So that should make it a little bit more exciting. We're playing this on hard, and now let's continue. So we have geopolitical situations here. So one of our big opponents will be, as we started that war when we were still a duke, Finland. We were looking for the province of Åland because we had the duchy of Svefjord that is here, and Åland belongs to that. We're setting us up now against this man, the King Sumar Lady of Finland, still relatively young one with an age of 30, but nowhere as young as we are. He's also stressed, and he is in hiding, so we certainly have an advantage against him. Where we don't have an advantage, though, is there's consumption rolling around near us, and that is a very dangerous situation. We should try to avoid it. We're probably thankful we're in Kuloi at the moment, and we will probably also not lead any armies, because we're really not suited to do so. We also don't want to. We're relatively okay with combat, personal combat skill, but we're not a warrior of any kind, nor would we want to join the wolf warriors, nor the Fellowship of Hell. I mean, we are relatively good at intrigue, but we're not a bad man. We're just lustful and paranoid, scarred, uncouth, but there's nothing that would mark us as someone who would join something extreme as the Fellowship of Hell. Maybe something, though, too. We want to kill Gyrid Oddersdott here. And who is that? He's the heir to the county of Onega, and maybe we wanted to gain a title by murdering her. That's her liege, the chief of Onega. Maybe if they both died, maybe we would get Onega, but that's maybe a little bit too far-fetched. We see that now as emperor, and so we will end that plot. It's a ridiculous plot from our perspective now. We already have an heir, our son, and that could be one of our goals to actually groom him as an heir, because we're not, as I said, we're not bad men, we're lustful, we're focused on seduction, but that is about all of it. I mean, we certainly love our son. He's a healthy young man, very young. He's just been born like nearly 1 year ago, so he'll turn 1 very soon. That's a proud moment, certainly for us. He really doesn't love us that much, but that's probably dependent on his mother. So let's go over to his mother. She really likes us. She's touched and flattered, but oh, what is that? We're an unfaithful leecher, and she has a rival. Who could that be? Someone with the opinion of us of 97. That's our lover, Valdava the Unfaithful. She really likes us. We kind of like her. We're lovers. She's zealous, just, gregarious, and an intricate web weaver. And maybe we would like to make her our concubine, but that is not possible because she's married to, well, our rival Siegfried. Our rival Siegfried is the court physician of Nenetia, our empire. Maybe that's not a good situation. You know, maybe we should revoke that from him, because there could be the case that, of course, the very, very unlikely case that as a court physician who really hates us, he could kill us. So let's end that. Let's just not have him there. He's also deceitful and envious, and that really doesn't speak for him. I mean, he's humble and just, but he may be going for some revenge. Maybe we can ask him to leave court or something. The only problem is our lover would leave then as well. That is maybe something we would not like. We could maybe break up with her, but we're both lovers, so we won't do that. We probably won't do that. We're young and we're not cynical. Maybe if we were cynical, we would do that, but not that way. Certainly not that way. Could we? I mean, but there's maybe another way. For a bitter rival, who has maybe even exposed us. We might try to kill him. So, that for the personal relations. Then there is epidemics here. As you can see, there's consumption rolling around. Certainly it doesn't affect us anymore as we have moved to Kuloi. We were considering putting the court up in Upland, as that's one of our realms that we really like, and it also has great lands, as you can see here. We can put up to 5 other things up here, and a hospital still. But Kuloi is also very comfortable. Look at that income, and look at the hospital of Kuloi and the great work that is being created there. So that's also something you don't want to lose that quickly, right? Let's also have a look at the greater situation of faith, because we're militant, and militant means we have interpreted the scriptures as a call to action against all the infidels threatening the survival of our faith. And this means, I mean, we're also paranoid. We are fighting for survival against the other faiths. So our faith is fighting for survival. We are fighting for survival on a personal level. We have looked out for that right now. And maybe also on an emperor level. We have already seen Finland, but there are other opponents we have that will make, that we're a little bit paranoid about, and that is Khazaria here, these tribes from the east, that is Vladimir, that is maybe Novgorod even, that is Saxony that is invading here, there is France here even, And France is really a problem. There's Denmark still that has settled over here, as you can see, in France, obviously and crazily. And yeah, so these are possible opponents. And the problem with these opponents is they are all, or most of them, except Khazaria, they are Germanic. So the only real opponent left is really Khazaria. And of course the inner opponents, and the inner opponents are very dangerous. The inner opponents would rejoice if we were to, let's say, keep all the duchies we had, because we have too many duchies. Thankfully there's a way around that. We can give up duchies, and we have, look at that, the Jarldom of Bjarmia. We want to keep that because there's Kuloi there. Jarldom of Svefjord, there's Uppsala there, that is very important, we want to keep that. And we have the Jarldom of Pechora here. Well, that's something we could give up, right? We would love to give it up to Stola Bragison, our son. But I'm not sure if that's the best way of action, as he's so young and he would move away from our court, and we really want to guard him. We can still choose something for him, but it's our tradition here that we let the focus decide by dice. In that case, with a dice roller, as I'm traveling, and we have an 8, which means he will be focused on faith, the Germanic faith. That might make for a very interesting journey if he survives, because he has no special protection, and the times are really dangerous. He really doesn't like us that much. We like him though, and we will help him where we can. Then let's think about the personality of Emperor Bragi IV of Venezia. What could he be? We have already seen he's a young man and a little bit afraid of the world that is already up against him with 2 wars. And he's probably something like an intellectual in a way. He's good learning and intrigue. He's shrewd, a sharp and astute mind, and he doesn't care about attire. His wife is also shrewd, so he might have a taste for that, and he might also have a taste, looking at his seduction focus and him being lustful, maybe for more concubines that are either shrewd or maybe geniuses. That might be one of the interests he might go for. And looks like being ugly or something probably won't affect him that much. That's something else. So what we should probably do is, as we really like our wife still, we should sway her, because we really want to make good with that again, even if we want to kill our rival, and so gain the option to make this relation to Valdava the Unfaithful official and make her our concubine. So that would be one of the next personal foci. Then we're coming back to the question of whom to give the Jarldom of Pechora. Probably not the Jarldom of Livonia, but there are other people like the Veli of Havn. I mean, there are quite a little. We don't have friends though, and that's a problem, but maybe there's some people at the court that really like us, that maybe don't have a realm on their own. For example, of course, yeah, Moldava. With Katerina Dovre. We have Brady, the Jarl of Sakala. We have Thorda. Alphason, our herdman. who really likes us. We have Ormor, where we, I think, were for a while. I mean, he seems a good old warrior. I mean, he's a deceitful Viking, so even if we know he's a loyal subject, we know also he's deceitful, so we're paranoid. We'll not give him something to do. We have Ormor, our courtier and commander of Venetia. We could make this odd man, this content, temperate, and though envious man, a Jarl. Would that be good? Probably not. We want to give that to our son. And for that, I mean, there's Koshma here. We'll first give him Koshma. And then can we give him the Jarldom of Pechora, coming with the county of Tobish. Here we go. And we can only hope he likes that, but that's something we just have to do. We don't want to give it to anyone else, as we're paranoid. We want to give it to our son, and we just hope he can assemble a good court. Already has someone who kind of likes us. Grimmer of Tobish, he has no chance to inherit anything at all. He wants to groom an heir. That's his heir, Birger Grimmerson. He's around the same age. Maybe they could play together, I don't know. And then be good friends in the future. We'll assign a guardian to him. And of course, we only trust, in that case, I was about to say ourselves, but we have so much on our hands. Maybe, no, we will not give him to Valdava, as we're not dumb, right? Maybe to our wife. She's not good at intrigue. No, that's a job for ourselves. Here we go. And to care personally for him. That's really important to us. Then there's more. There's more. We also, of course, need courtiers that have jobs, and we need a steward and an advisor and a spy master. So let's just rather look around at this. We need an advisor. So who could be the advisor? And we cannot go beyond that. We just have to go for Sturla, our brother. He wants to become a counselor, and that's why he at the moment despises us. But if he gets that, he will kind of like us. He's also a pretender. But well, we must live with that. He's also malcontent, but that may change. I mean, he's now a pragmatist, and that's okay. We're also looking for a steward. Let's look around. Who could that be? And the one whom we really like is either Arngrim, the chief of Skara, who is about our age, but he's greedy and groomed. He's though ugly, so we could look beyond that. On the other hand, we have this gregarious, just, and temperate cynic, Håkon, the Prince of Finland, who has nothing else, so he's dependent on that job. And he's also better at stewardship, so we'll give him the chance. We'll also need a spy master. And there's two people at the top. Harald the Spider, who has always given our grandfather tips, and Hemming, the chief of South Georgia, whom we love a lot more. He was a veteran of the Varangian Guard. He's also gregarious as well. We are cynical. He's content, which we really like. He's also paranoid, as we are. He's a little bit gluttonous, but that's probably because he visits so many feasts. He's a little bit depressed, but we don't care about that. And he also doesn't want to acquire a title, which helps. We want him. We want him. He's the best of the best. He's better than the rest. He'll stay there and do good things for us, hopefully. So, this is our new council. It's a balanced council. We'll still have a lot of work to do to sway them to our cause. So we cannot rule as our grandfather did, but we can rule good enough. Look, they all, at least, like us. Then we have 2 minor jobs to fill: the Merkis Mother, serving as a standard bearer. And maybe we'll use that. I mean, he's a good diplomat to further sway Sturla, the Jarl of Livonia. Then we have a herdman job open, which could go for, well, maybe the Jarl of Sakala. I don't know. We really like him. Trusted companion in arms. It needs to be someone who is actually good at arms. So it could be our advisor. He's a drunkard though, but doesn't matter. He's good at arms. We'll choose him. So then there's the case that we really want another court physician now that we have fired our rival from the job. Let's see who will join our court. We want him to be our religion. We want to first search the realm. Let's see: Freya, the seer of Cargopol. Ursula, just a courtier. She's also lustful, but also slothful. Slothful, lustful, greedy, and envious. Maybe that's not someone we want on the court physician job. So let's search a little bit more. Yeah, Marquard, the courtier of Granada. Was absolutely nothing. He's ambitious, though. That's a little bit dangerous. He's a craven. That's good. He's stubborn and proud and a mastermind theologian. So he would be definitely a good choice. Then we have Irmgard, the seeress of Ashir, who is a Roth, though. Paranoid, gregarious, and kind. She could be kind of a good choice, but he's more like our age. Let's see whom we would like more. 20, 11. This man, he has consumption. No, we don't want someone with consumption at our court. So we like Irmgard, the seeress of Ashir more. Of Mushlihidin's host. Okay, yeah, let's invite her to court. Then we need 2 other counties to be given away, and one seems maybe not that logical. It's Sierland. It's Ringstead. But it's in the middle of that, and it's really not, it's riddled by consumption. I mean, it has, in theory, a very good county tax, but it's getting attacked all the time. So we won't really have a good time there, even if it is a very, very important part of our realm. We cannot really rely on that thing. Let's just see. Who could be fit for such a job? Who is at the court, who really likes us and maybe doesn't have anything to do? Well, this way. Thorder, our herdman. Ormer. Håkon, our steward. Our steward. I think he has nothing. He has some weak claims. But he's cynical, temperate, just, and gregarious. And I think we like him. We kind of trust him too. So we will give him Sieland. Here we go. So he is another loyalist for us right now. Then there's another county. Even if it's theoretically a gem, it's here. It's Jerva. Look at that. It's not a bad one. Jundi, the Temple of Olympua, but it's really. I mean, this is one of our main parts of the realm. This is the other main part of the realm. And between that, Jerva is just far away, and we don't want it to be plundered or under control for someone else. So we'll have to look whom to give that nice county. To whom indeed. Let's have a look. There are a lot of people here on the council. Now we have Jarl Hrodulf, our marshal. Now he's now the chief of Sieland, which is good. The chief of Zod Serge, and she's the Gudja. We've got our advisors, that is fine. We've got our steward, who should probably be now no longer a pragmatist, but a loyalist, but we'll see about that. A deeper look at the court. Harbard, the friend of our grandfather. We don't like him that much. Ormer, not really. Thorder, we kind of like Thorder. He's also our herdman. He's just a good man, but he's deceitful. And we just don't trust deceitful people. It's that way. It's just that way. We have Rikulf, which we also respect a lot. Rikulf Falkison of the Dobris. So it stays in the family. He's a content siege leader. And one of our commanders is heir to the Jarldom of Finnmark as well. That is in Finland. So he will go away if he gets that, but yeah, maybe that's not a good choice. It might be that Java then goes away. Just goes away. So let's see who we also have. Fririk the Beguiling, our courtier, and Lowborn. We like him. He's ambitious, gregarious, he's deceitful. And no, I think we don't like him that much. Then we have young Asa. Look at that. Oh, young Asa. She's still sickly though. Fririk the Beguiling we had. Who's that man? Jedward of Kuloi. He's quick and trusting, gregarious, diligent, temperate. The child of a concubine. Comes from the house of Kuloi. I think we would be okay with this one. We will send him there, to Jerva. He's a no one. We're over the vassal limit now. Now, let's see. Let's see. How could we improve that limit, though? Too many vassals. So let's transfer one vassal to someone else. Desert of Java. Now we don't have anything here anymore. Let's see. Java is a part of the Empire of Venetia, of course. But de jure, part of the Kingdom of Estonia. Lanima is part of the Jarldom of Svefjord? Are you kidding me? It's not. It's just not. What could we create? Let's create a title, maybe. Helsingland we have here. Medelpad and Angermanland. That would be something good to do, right? Could create the Duchy of Helsingland, of Mezen, maybe not. The Duchy of Savarot, maybe not. So we can create Helsingland. That's a fine duchy. We can create that. We can give it to Harald the Spider, who was really we trust him still, and he was a favored of our grandfather, right? As Chief Skjalg, he will not get that. Harald will be better off than before, and that's quite okay. Let's create that duchy. That's Jarldom. Harald the Spider, we will grant him the Jarldom of Helsingland. Here we go. So, the next way would be to concentrate on our walls. The way to do that is, of course, go into the ships and land soon. Here we go. So this is the map, and this is also the geopolitical view, and also the faith view. As you can see here, Germanic is very dominant everywhere, but Catholics are existing around here, forming a Holy Roman Empire. Oddly, we have Germanics here and here in the desert lands, and also near Constantinople, which is kind of odd, but it is as it is. There's even more to do, though. But maybe, just maybe, we'll do that, as it has been a long walk now. We'll do that in the coming up episode. Some intriguing actions, recruiting the court physician, hopefully successfully, commissioning a runestone for our grandfather or our father, which we really like, trying to kill Siegfried, searching for a smith. Maybe, let's have a look. We want something to defend ourselves, probably. We have the splint armor, we have the guardian. That is a good armor, without doubt. And so, as we don't really like, Verankath, a big attire, the Crown of the Sea is quite fine for us, so we won't need a smith. But the other things sound very interesting, so Thank you for watching and happy gaming to you. This is Immanuel signing out. See you soon, my friends, with the new Emperor Bragi IV of Venetia and his son, Stola Petrova. See you soon.